Hi and welcome to English Lovers by Honeybee. Dear friends, I have thought of something different today for my students and the young kids around the world that I'll be just helping them out with some words which they should know. Um, and I'll be taking the help of one of the like dictionary app as well, offline dictionary app so that I can actually explain the word uh, more extensively. Okay, let's go to that application and start learning the different words. First of all, we'll deal with only one alphabet, that is A, and what our words uh, would be possible to be covered up. I'll try to cover them up. Okay, basic words, not those tough words, but you should know about those words. So we'll just keep that thing in mind, that whatever words I'm gonna take care of, I'll be just mentioning that word before and I'll be telling you the meaning of the word. Okay. um, if not the application, we can use some other method also. We can use a whiteboard. You just let me know in the comment section that by using the application would be better, or you want it just to be written in front of you so that you may be able to actually learn the word better way. Okay. Both the methods are fine, because if I'll be explaining the word, then definitely there would be some sort of less explanation, but still the adequate explanation would be given for sure, so that you can understand the word up to a level. If somebody asks you, then you will be able to just let the person know that you know the word very clearly. So without wasting time, let's go to the screen. Let me share the screen with you and then we'll just start our learning. The abacus is the first word. I know many of you know the word abacus. I haven't found yet. You can see that abacus. As far as my knowledge is concerned, what I know about abacus is we use abacus to do sums. Okay, it's a computer term. Okay, and it has beads that you slide along thin wires. Okay, as we're gonna find the word, we'll get to know lots of things about it, and lots of things about it, like lots of points about that. What is exactly the pronunciation of abacus? And basically, we use it for counting purpose, for adding things. Okay, let us search it out. Yes, this is the system, the first one that we follow, that is received pronunciation. Abacus, 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 we say abacus, abacus. A sound is there. You can see that very clearly. There is, let me just use that annotator. Okay. Here you see, this is the pronunciation given there. So this application is quite fine and it is an offline one. You can also download that one from Google Play Store. So IPS system actually stands for International Phonetic Alphabet, and the kind of pronunciation that you will be seeing here would be accurate one, abacus. So this is the one that I follow, abacus, abacus. Okay, abacus. Cus, this is a symbol for a sound, so that is why it is written like that. So that's the pronunciation. Let's move on to the next thing about abacus. What is abacus? So which is an obsolete use, or which is not now in use, that is a table or a tray scattered with sand, which is used for calculating or drawing. Okay, that is a historical meaning. And as far as related to the computer it's concerned, or something as a computer device is concerned, what does it stand for? A device used for performing the arithmetic calculations. Okay, arithmetic calculations, we know that what are arithmetic, like adding, subtraction and all that. A table on which loose counters are placed, an instrument with beads sliding on rods. This is exactly the meaning. And the counters in groups, with one row of beads and the counters representing units and the next tenth, etc. We have um, like the sentence written over there is, I have heard merchants still use an abacus for adding things up in China. So I'm not happy with China yet, but still I would say that the sentence is fine. So here I have heard merchants still use in abacus for adding things up in China. Let me tell you why I'm not happy with China, because for their Olympic Games and they have chosen somebody from Galwan War and the militant, you know, as a torch bearer. I'm against that stuff. So that is why. So sentence came before me. So that's why I spoke that. The uppermost portion of the capital, that is not none of a concern. So the main thing is you will get number of meanings of the same, and you will find different translations as well. This application is absolutely marvelous. Okay. Let's go for the next word, that is accident. Very common one. Accident. Um, what does accident mean accordingly me? An accident is something bad that happens by mistake. Obviously, it is not an intention of someone that who tries to do it uh, desirously or wants to do it to somebody else, or even if something happens all of a sudden out of a jerk, then definitely that is accidental. Okay, so accident means something which happens or which is usually the bad thing, and accident can also result in good things, let me tell you. Okay, but usually we say that an accident is something bad that happens by mistake. Okay, so let's see that what's the meaning given here. Accident, you can accident accident we say. Okay, not accident we say. What we say is accident. Let me just point it out.
accident,
Accident. So the pronunciation is different. Let me use the annotator. Actually, annotator goes somewhere. Mm, as we can see here, like accident. We don't say accident. Accident would be different one, no? Accident would have this symbol, but it is accident we say. Okay, so I hope the meaning is clear to you. What is accident? And an expected event with negative consequences. Consequences here means results, which comes as a result. Okay, what comes as a result would be the consequence of something. Okay, an unexpected event with negative consequences, always negative, occurring without the intention of one suffering the consequences. Obviously, somebody doesn't do anything bad to someone else by any intention or with any intention, sorry. Um, so, for example, there is one like phrase or the combination is given, to die by an accident. To die by an accident. He died by an accident, or there was a huge accident on 15 involving 15 automobiles. So especially a collision, similar unintended event that occurs or causes that gives, sorry, the damage or the death to someone. So we have heard a lot of accidents, and I believe that you got to know that what exactly the pronunciation of accident is. So it's not accident, it's accident. Accident. Okay, remember that. Damage. I remember, like, right at the moment, there's something we say that to the other person if somebody. It's not about the accident. Let me tell you. First of all, it's about damage. A phrase came in my mind that damage has been done. That means something which has really been avoided. Like he has to be avoided is still done. So in that case, we can say that the damage has already been done. So you're late to take any action. So in that case, we can use the damage has been done. So damage has been done. Now you're late. Don't do anything. It's not. It's of no use. It's of no use. That means it is not going to change the scenario anyway. Now let's move on to the next word. That is um, acon. Acon. Okay. So that is acon. Acon is a kind of nut. Okay, it's a kind of nut, and especially we know that acorn grows on an oak tree. Okay, Generally, we know that the kind of mm, thing it is, or the kind of nut it is, okay, and it has a circular sort of covering, okay, and there is a egg-shaped kind of figure of that acorn. Let us see what is the meaning. Acorn, acorn, oh, acorn. Okay, received pronunciation is acorn, acorn. No r is there. There is no r sound in that. You can see that
acorn,
very carefully. Okay, and there is no r sound. Okay, be careful about that. Let me just take it. I'm unable to get that. Where is this going? Annotator goes off now. So here you see a con. There is no r. That's the main thing. If the r sound is given like this way, actually that would be given this way. uh, Sorry. Okay, if r sound is missing, if there is no r sound, here r is given like this r sound is missing in IPA. So we follow IPA system, so simply what we have to remember is a con, r is to be missed. Okay, then we have the meaning of the same. What is the meaning? We have the meaning very clear. A fruit of the oak being an oval nut. Oval. Obviously, I was actually mistaken by saying it. Obviously, oval shape we used to have for the egg also. Oval nut it is, growing in the woody cup or cupule. Okay, cupule, a cone shaped piece of wood on the point of the spindle, uh, above the vein. That's a different one. Masthead or related to the shape they are talking about. Okay, and then there are different translations given for French. We call it gland. A corn is known as gland. German Echel. Okay, so lots of words: a Portuguese, a Russian, Spanish, Italian. So all these words are like for acorn. Like you can, all these pronunciation actually are for acorn. We call them differently. Their names are different in different languages. Okay, now let's go for the next word. That's maybe clear to you. Acrobat. Acro bat. B-A-T. Acrobat. Before finding it, what I know about acrobat, acrobat is someone who can do exciting tricks. The person who does lots of exciting tricks, um, particularly when we talk about circus, the person in the circus used to do lots of exciting tricks by jumping, on the trampoline, or lots of things they do. Okay, you must have watched, acrobats at the circus. So you must know that, like how the person jumps from one side to the other side. Those sort of tricks and exciting tricks makes him an acrobat. Okay, so let's search it out. Acrobat, 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 not acrobat, acrobat. American one is, but still IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. An athlete, we call him an athlete, the person or athlete who performs acts requiring skill. Agility means being very fast, or we'll find it out. And coordination, and he does the coordination. Obviously, without having the coordination, the person definitely will fall down. Okay, so it's quite required skill. If somebody wants to be like, we can call somebody to have athletic body as well. People who can, bend themselves properly, or try to, mold their body in whichever form. Okay, and their formations are like they can have all the sorts of exercise done, but they are not actually bodybuilders. But I would say that acrobatic means somebody who is quite athletic, somebody who knows that how to jump, how to fall down, and how to get up again, and how to make different shapes and all that. So lots of words are there for those one who actually, like we say hyponyms for, we use the word hyponym for that. And we call them contortionists, tightrope walker, trapeze artist, or tumbler. We call the person, or the person who walks on the rope. No, like we used to see that whenever there used to be a fair in our locality, so we see that a girl especially walking on the rope. Okay, so that tightrope walker, then she's acrobatic, she's an athlete, and we can call her to be an acrobat. She's an athlete. So definitely lots of words are there. To practice acrobatics. Acrobatic means the phenomena of being an acrobat, to do acrobatics. Um, that is acrobat. So using it as a verb would be different one. You can see a sentence maybe. Yeah, there would be a sentence, I believe. Um, yeah, tumbling is different from posturing and means throwing somersets and walking on your hands. And acrobating means two together, both of them together, both of the things together. So lots of sentences are there. Mother was teaching me the tightrope. I had learned a bit of acrobating too. So that's a way we can learn the word properly with the help of the sentences given in the application, and by my information as well. So let's go for the next word that is on the chart. That is very common one. We know that. I don't want to find it out, but I would like to actually mention that one. Add, we know that adding ideas to our statements. Sometimes we add two digits as well. So we should know what is add. When you add, you put two or more numbers together to make them a bigger number. Okay, so that means when you add two ideas together, you make uh, a bigger idea, you mean to say. Okay, like I mean to say, not you mean to say, but I mean to say that. So to make a bigger number, we add things, or we to have a bigger idea, we add things, or to have a bigger number, we add two digits. Okay, or we add lots of things in as ingredients in making and the formation of lots of food stuff as well. And even the tea that we make, we put some sugar, we add some sugar to that, some tea to that. That's how it becomes tea. Okay, so I believe that add is clear to you. I need not to actually elaborate a lot of thing about add. So we know that what is add. Add is actually most of the time, mostly it is used as verb. So it means to say to join or unite. Okay, so that's a common thing that you need to know. To sum up or to put together mentally, something to put together mentally. To add numbers, here it is given. To add a column of numbers, or lots of things. By clicking on the show, we can get like, the Lord shall add to me another son. So that's somehow biblical, like reference. Mm, Back to thy punishment, false fugitive, and to thy speed add wings. Okay, add wings. So it adds to our anxiety. It adds to our anxiety. That means augment is also a nice word. You can see there is another word for that same. You should remember. What is that? Augment. Augment also means to add things, to add ideas, to add, to, like particularly for the mathematical operations or arithmetic operations, we say addition. Okay, he adds rapidly, fastly, okay, swiftly. We can use lots of things, lots of words we can um, say. And let's move on to the next one. um, there is another word called address. Very clear to us, I think. Address as a noun is different thing, different word, and as a verb it is different one. If we talk about the noun, like what's a noun meaning, like as a noun it has a different meaning, that your address is the name of your house. Okay, and of the street and the town where you live. So that is your address. You can tell your address, your location. It is actually your location, where you live actually. So that is your address. and that is the noun meaning. And other meaning accordingly me is um, that is like we are addressing to someone, or we are trying to actually tell it to someone, or we are actually uh, if we are saying a statement, we are addressing it towards somebody. Okay, we are telling it to someone, no? So that person would be addressed to. So here we have, verb meaning as well. We have pronunciation. You can go through the pronunciation yourself as well now. And when you're gonna search it in your application, you can download that from your um, Google Play Store. Okay, now we have address. You see, as a noun, what does it mean? Address means you are guiding somebody, you are helping somebody. That is obsolete mean, like obsolete meaning. But actually, what here I want to say is, um, it's a different one. For me, it is a formal approach of sovereign, especially an official appeal to petition. That's lots of meaning, but exactly I'll just let you know about what exactly address is. Okay, and otherwise, what we will do from the next videos are like I'll be focusing on one word, and we'll elaborate more about them, and we'll learn lots of other words from one word. And that's how I tell my students most of the time, when we actually search one word, we would like to know more words. So that's how we can increase our vocabulary and the lexical resource. Okay, so address that I mentioned, wait a bit. That's address is to prepare oneself. Address means to direct speech, to aim. Direct speech means whom you are saying the statement. That would be whom you are addressing. Okay, and then we have mm, the one that I am actually talking about is location. A description of the location of the property, usually with at least a street name or a name of the town, and now also the postal code. Such a description as subscribed by superscribed by, for direction on an envelope or letter. So we should know that if the word is obsolete, it is not in use, but it was in the use earlier, in the previous time or some other century. Okay, so the president's address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, New NW, not New, like Washington, something in Washington DC. Okay, so that's how it is. So we should know the words like that. And there are lots of other words also, which comes as synonyms for the word address. The last word for today that I'm going to actually give you is adult. Adult. What is an adult accordingly me? And what you would see also is, like, you will get lots of other words also which are coming before the word adult. Then those words you can also see and learn and understand. Okay, and we'll focus on those only important words which are really helpful for the younger generation. Okay, the students from standard 3rd to 8th, I guess. So those people should know who is an adult, whom we call really an adult. For me, adult is a person or an animal who is grown up. Who is grown up, we can call adult to be grown up as well. So parents and grandparents are adult. Okay, if they are grown up, then definitely they are adult. And if they are actually growing up yet, okay, if they are growing up yet, they are in the stage of adolescence. Okay, then they will be called as adolescent, or will be called as teenagers. Okay, so that's my knowledge about it. Then we'll add to that, like, adult. So how it is written, you can see that a sound, how it is written, adult. Okay, so a fully grown human or animal can also be called as adult, adult animal. And a person who has reached the legal age of majority, okay, that person can also be called as adult. Okay, so who is in his majors. Okay, So grown up, I told you in the beginning itself, that's what I know, that is grown up. Synonym for that, and there is adjective meaning adult, fully grown, an adult human. When we use it with a noun, human is a noun here, then the adult word is not a noun, but it would be an adjective. In the previous one, as you see here, we are using it as a word. He's an adult. Here there would be something else. It will be like an adult is talking right at the moment, so in that case it would be a noun. Here it is like an adult human, an adult animal, an adult plant. We can say that accordingly. So yeah, some other meanings are also there. We'll actually, I have a different idea now. What I would do from the next video is we'll take a word and we'll try to find it out lots of new words from the same, and I'll just deliver it to you. Okay. And you see that it's also related to pornography or sexual nature of something. Actually, um, students must be known to all such things as well. But a proper knowledge or the proper education, education is also a topic that actually is to be taught to the kids, that um, actually is quite vulnerable also, very delicate also. uh, People have to think before, you know, in India particularly, we have a psychology from of many teachers as well. They do not actually open up. So whatever would be the meaning, I need to be actually open up and a bold one for telling you the meaning. So don't be offended about that. In case somebody is getting offended, I'm really apologizing, but I can't change myself. I need to be open up in case I want to tell you the meaning. So thank you very much for that. And then here, if the meanings are so many, we'll talk about each meaning, and not each of them, but most of them. Most important one we'll talk about, like to fill up the videos and to fill up actually the knowledge for you, that I'm always ready. Okay. And I believe that you are going to learn a lot by this method. We'll take a word and we'll talk about it. Okay. So let us stop for today, and I hope that you're going to subscribe to my channel and share my channel with your friends as well. Okay. If you're gonna stay with me, then definitely I assure you that I'll keep on bringing the videos which are really helpful to you and which really will, make your day. Okay. And I believe that you are going to do some homework for that as well. Write down these words whichever I have told you today, and some of the phrases which I have used in my speech, so that you can use them in your day-to-day life. So thank you very much, and it is time to say bye bye. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.